What up, though?
What up? What up? What
The
up?
Str8 Shooting podcast back in here again. I am Dre.
This is John Q over here. What up?
It's your girl Keys. What up, though?
And after a couple weeks in the ATL, your boy is back. Comedian Detroit Red.
Red.
What up, though?
What up, though?
We do got a naked turtle over here without the shell. Say what's up, bro.
Hey, what's going on, man?
We got my man Teron, usually the cameraman behind the scenes, here today, but my dumb ass forgot the camera, so he is part of the show today. So fuck it.
Fuck it.
Well, that's job security for you.
It is. There you go. Shit. I want to pop it off like this. We were supposed to have a guest, Blue Pillar 44 on the show. He wasn't able to make it, so we'll try to make up that date with him at another time.
Yep.
But we are going to get into the main topic of the day a little later. But first, I want to know what everybody weekend was like.
Oh man, mine was great, man. You know, me and you, we end up attending the red carpet movie premiere of Dimes, starring my cousin Don Snipes, produced by Darren Brown. And the movie was great, man. You know, y'all definitely want to go check it out, man. If y'all haven't seen it yet, y'all can find it on Amazon and Tubi. Definitely a movie I would say check out. You know what I'm saying, when you get a chance.
Now, what genre do that fall under, Q?
That would fall up under, I would say, drama / comedy / shit, some of everything.
Yeah, it was kind of
right.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though. They did their thing.
Yeah,
they
did their thing, man.
Shout out to Darren, you know.
And the whole cast.
Yeah, the whole cast. And,
Mike Bonner and
Glenn Plummer, Hoops.
Yeah.
It was a nice class.
Yeah.
Nice cast.
Yeah, they did their damn job, man. You know, they did their damn thing for real, you know.
What was the premiere at? The red carpet?
It was down at
Bel
the
And
Bel Air.
on the east side.
Yeah,
Okay,
off
all right.
East 8 Mile.
Yeah, 8 Mile and Van Dyke.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know they used to be the drive-in back in the day.
Yep. It sure was.
Yep.
Then it turned into the movie theater, and that's when the whole strip mall was over there. But now it's just farming meals. They used to be Toys R Us.
Yep. So how your weekend go, Dre?
I mean, like you touched on, we went to the movie premiere, and then really I ain't do too much after that. I usually my regular routine watching the Bums on Sunday.
Oh my God, yeah.
I ain't really too much get off into it because I already knew they was gonna lose and shit.
Okay, yeah.
What else did I do, man? I did a lot of work trying to get stuff ready for the store opening in a couple weeks. So, just really, I don't be doing too much of shit, man. Unless we got some shit planned, you know what I'm saying? Or me and my wife, we might go do some. We did. I went and saw my grandkids for Halloween, saw their costumes, shit like that. Went and got something to eat. But that was it. I had an average weekend. I ain't really do too much.
What about you, Keys? How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty cool. I didn't really do too much. Pretty much. Sorry, can y'all hear me? My weekend was pretty cool. I didn't really do too much. I took the twins trick-or-treating Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody here took their kids trick-or-treating, but it was not a lot of houses that was giving out candy this year.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to Canton.
Canton?
Yes.
No, you supposed to went to Indian Village right there.
But I'm nowhere near Indian Village. But I'm hearing from other parents, though, that I'm hearing a lot of people saying the same thing, that they were not
Giving out candy like that.
They said that the trunk or treaters kind of took over.
Okay.
That's like the new thing.
Right.
Okay.
That's the new thing from what I'm hearing. The trunk or
What's a
treaters.
trunk or treat?
So basically, the trunk or treat is when they find a church or a parking lot and they have
give out the
cars
candy.
lined up and you get candy from the trunks. That's the new thing between COVID and between the fact that, from my understanding, the kids are just lazy as hell and don't like, going
they don't
from
like
door to
walking.
door. They
It's
don't
like
like working.
It's
They
like walk your monkey ass.
So
walk
when
your
I
little
go-
monkey
my
ass on and go get some candy.
My
man.
son, he complained the whole time.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
My son, he complained the whole time. I have twins, two 9-year-old twins. My daughter, she was with the shit. She wanted to go, but my son, like by the time we got to like the 10th house, he was like, "Okay, it's cold. We're going to the car now." And I'm like, "What about your candy?"
what?
He like,
He
"I'm
like
over it."
skipped his candy.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
cold.
over it.
Man, do you know and shit, man? Hey, look, back in our days, I hate to sound like we the old people up in here and shit.
We are.
Yeah.
But man, back in our days and shit, man, it'd be damn near and shit. You know what I'm saying? 10 below.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We out there for 3-4 hours.
And shit.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Mad as hell that we got to go home.
Or did it end at a later time? Trick or treating is only 2 hours now. It starts at 6 and it ends at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll be people out to 10 o'clock at night and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like we was out later than that back in the day.
First of all, as a pot smoker, I still go out from 8 to 2. Now, my son's been grown for quite some time. So if you have a kid that needs to go trick-or-treating, I'll take at least 2. I get 50% of the cut. That's my munchies for the rest of the year. I don't know what trunk or treat. I know what to look for next year.
Right.
But Indian Village always popping.
Yeah.
Remember
so
that.
I'll have to check that out next year.
Yeah, but you said Canton, like
Canton.
shit, you probably end up getting some curry.
They trick or treated on Friday.
No, but
Canton
usually
is
the
one of the
birds-
spots.
yeah, usually the birds giving out-
They
Oh,
giving
okay.
out. They normally give out the full size candy bars, the big bags of candy.
shit, okay.
Canton is a very rich area, so
I
that's
know
where we
about
normally
Canton.
go.
That's what they didn't tell
They
you.
was very scarce.
They don't trick or treat on Halloween no more. They do it on the 29th because they know y'all coming from Detroit
Right,
to
that's
get
what
their
it is and shit.
candy bars.
Yeah, they probably ain't had no lights on either.
We don't want that riffraff
Nah,
out
you
here.
know what it is? They be happy to help during the. You know what? These niggas are coming in. We're gonna help them with candy this year. They be more than happy to pass out their candy.
Hey, little
They
nigga,
feel
you
like
want some of these candy
They feel like they
corns?
finally doing justice. Like I
Yeah.
hate these niggas all year round, but we're gonna go and give them some candy this year.
Hey, but look, then probably they like, hey, if they want some of my kale and shit, now I'm gonna fight you. You know what I'm saying?
So you say you got twins next year. You got to make sure they each got a carton of eggs. No
Yeah.
candy, egg, you
Yep.
bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even exchange,
So,
goddamn it.
and how did your weekend go, Red?
Oh man. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more later. But
Okay.
I was in Atlanta second week.
Okay.
I drove back yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it was great. It was a great weekend.
Okay. What about you, bro? How your weekend go?
Oh, my weekend went good. Hey, went out of town to Louisville for a minute just to get away.
Kentucky.
I love
You know,
Kentucky.
hey, give me a little fresh air.
Oh, what you gonna ride on a horse or something and shit?
Oh no, I went with cuz and them. Hey, had to go ahead and hit that reset button.
Oh, okay. All right. No,
I
that's
like
what's up.
Kentucky cheap liquor.
That shit is very, very, you know what I'm saying? Very well needed. You know what I'm saying?
Again, if y'all want to get in on the conversation we're going to have, make sure you call in 248-690-5996. Make sure y'all comment on the social media sites as well, and we will shout y'all out.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
always like to say, share,
Yes.
And share.
That is the
Like and
biggest
share,
support
yeah.
you
And
can
subscribe.
give.
Subscribe.
Yes.
And subscribe.
right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely.
So our
also-
main topic. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, also, hold on. Before we even break off into the main topic, we got to go ahead and give it out to our sponsors, man. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. We almost forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? First, we gonna go ahead and shouldn't give our first sponsor to the Gym Animal Muscle Gang, which is located on Facebook, Instagram, also GAMG@gmail.com, and also
We have Jason Fashion. You can look at Jason on my website, jasonfashion.com, or
That's that drink.
Instagram. Or excuse me, I had a little sip before we started with everybody else. It's spelled DRESAN Fashion. And you can go on there and check out everything. And you'll be able to check us out at our store in about 2.5 weeks, 3031 West Grand Boulevard in the new
what's up.
center area in Detroit, Michigan. Come through, support, check us out.
That's what's up.
And much love to everybody. So.
yeah, what's up?
Doc ain't shit. He saw you just try to get through that drinky
He did.
drink moment. They
You know what
gonna
I'm
put
saying?
you on
They
front.
put me
That's
on
Dr.
front.
Straight French
Smell
beat.
it.
Right.
Hey, that's Dr. Ruckus for your ass.
Right.
I wanted a caramel one.
All right, so for today and shit, our main topic is what is
Are you tired with the political process?
Oh yeah.
And is it? Do you believe it's working for you? And so we're gonna
Do
get
you
into.
still got faith in it?
Yeah. So basically, we want to know if you feel all the votes that you give for these politicians, are they meeting the needs of the people? Are they doing what they said they're going to do, or are they just feeding you a bunch of bullshit and to get in office? So
Well, I mean, what you think? Go ahead. You already
Me?
on it.
You asking me? You asking the wrong person because you
Yeah.
already know I'm about to tell you that was some bullshit.
Oh, come on.
They on straight bullshit.
You know, my whole thing is we elect these politicians, and in my mind is already pre-rigged who the fuck will be in there anyway.
Yeah.
We just playing puppet to the system. But I give you guys an example. We'll take it from the high level first and then work our way down. So you look at the presidency. Everybody, most black people always want to say, "Oh, I'm voting Democrat. I'm voting Democrat because this is what we've been doing for years. My parents, my grandparents, this is what we did." When I ask the question every time, "What have the Democrats did for you?" Not shit. So you look at Joe Biden. You elected him, getting in there. What the fuck has he done for black people? If anything, he rolled back shit that Trump put in to help black people. Which, don't get it wrong, because I know how some of you motherfuckers out there, he's a Trump supporter.
He's a Trumper.
I'm not supporting Trump.
You sure?
But Trump did. I give you an example. Trump did support HBCUs and give money towards
He
that.
absolutely
First
did.
thing fucking Biden did was roll back the money on those programs for the HBCUs by like $9 million. So... And then ask yourself, everything he promised before he got in there, what have he done for you? We've had laws passed for Asian hate crimes, which should be, don't get me wrong, but we still waiting on the bill for us. We've been waiting on bills for black people for years. Still ain't got it. So they were able to get it immediately based off of what's going on with, the Asian hate and the Asian attack. So my whole thing is, what do you feel the politicians have done for you for your vote?
Well, I definitely I'm with you. I don't have any type of faith in the political system whatsoever. I feel like it is rigged. I feel like it is not for us. I feel like this is just a whole, agenda to, like you say, we're more so puppets. They already know who they're going to put in the office, regardless. Everything is already kind of custom made as far as who gets put in the office next. This is just a game that to make us feel like we have some type of input that we play along, but we really don't have any input. And for the most part, I hate to get into political views, but the system is not for us.
No.
Whatsoever. And it's really sad. Like when we were going through the voting process and all our people had so much hope in Biden, and it's like, to me, it was like, pick your poison. They both full of shit. But it was like all these people, like, I get tired of our people always looking for a savior from them. They're not going to fucking save us. They're never going to save us. They're not here to save us. They don't have our best interests. They don't give a fuck about us. They're not here to make sure that we get what we need as far as some of the things that was done. They're not here for that. So I just really wish that y'all stop putting y'all faith in these white men that hate every last one of us, and behind closed doors, we're all niggers to them.
Well, I'm going to say like this. It's not even all white men. I mean, you got to say, black people with white ideology.
Oh,
I mean, let's be
absolutely.
real. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So, I mean, me, myself, personally, if you ask me and shit, do I still have faith in this system? Fuck no. Period. No. You know what I'm saying? I would say this. Money is the precondition and the motivation and the determination or whoever the fuck they want to have in political office, period. You know what I'm saying? So we done seen this shit so many times where, they'll tell you go out here and vote and this and that and other or whatever. And at the end of the day, what do you see? You'll see whoever the fuck they want in office actually get in office. Right. You just seen that with Bush. You just seen that shit with, say, Trump or Hillary, whatever the hell you want to, you know what I'm saying? Just, and then they'll tell you, no, you didn't see what you seen. You don't know what you know. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they just going to go ahead and put in whoever the fuck they want to put in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's big money. So at the end of the day, I would say like this. All of them are political whores. You know what I'm saying? They can be bought. They can be paid for.
And
period. You know what I'm saying? So your vote, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, on a symbolic kind of aspect or whatever, yeah, your vote, it does matter because they want to see and shit. Where are you directing your energy towards? You know what I'm saying? They just pretty much giving like they just want to see where the masses are. If people are still, being okay with the system on how they are, if they still have trust into the system, so the more people that go out here and vote still, you know what I'm saying, and hoping that they gonna get, say, some kind of change, which never fucking happens. You know what I'm saying? Especially, say, far as our communities. I mean, because you can see it. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, where you got other citizens, like illegal, like people and shit coming from other countries, getting, you know what I'm saying, tangible shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You getting economic, tangible shit pass, say, over people, you know what I'm saying, that's already been here for years. You know what I'm saying? That's actual citizens that's paying taxes into this system. You know, you got, say, all kind of like, you know, lead in our water and stuff. So just say here in Michigan, you know what I'm saying? You got homeless, you know, going, you know, like very large and shit, say, in all our areas. You know what I'm saying? Not just, say, California. You got, you know, you see homeless people here all the time by the freeways. You know, as soon as you pull up on the damn freeway, what do you see? You see somebody holding a fucking sign. Hey, can you help out? This, that, and other. No, the fucking government should be helping out. You know what I'm saying? Period. Right. And a lot of them, don't even say. So that's another thing. Even if you want to break down, say, even with, say, veterans, you know, there's no reason why, you know, however you feel about, say, the military or whatever, however, if you sacrifice your life for this country, there's no way in hell that they should actually
be on the corner begging for money.
Their health insurance at least should be paid up for the rest of their fucking life.
Listen, I always say, as a veteran, if you went far for this country in the war, you should come home to at least $100,000 in the house.
Yeah,
that should be the minimum.
Period.
No excuses, no nothing. Like you said, healthcare fulfilled for the rest of your life.
You know what I'm saying? You willing to give the ultimate sacrifice for a country, but in return they gonna shit on you? No, that shit ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm gonna say is it goes back to all these political whores. At the end of the day, you know, they don't give a shit about nobody but themselves and greasing their own fucking pockets and their own fucking families. Period. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on it, Red?
So I guess in every conversation there has to be a heel. And I will assume that position this evening because this is the only system we got. It's the only system that we have that structures and runs the country as it stands. A lot of our ancestors have bled, sacrificed, and given their lives just for us to have the privilege to vote. It's been many things put in place over the centuries to stop us, brothers and sisters, from being able to exercise the one sacred right that the white American and the European Americans that structured the system really uphold. I don't care if they're a Trumper. I don't care if they're a Democrat. You talk about touching their Constitution, you get them in an uproar. We are a part of this system. It's no getting around it. Ain't nobody about to get on no boat and head back to no Africa or Dominican Republic or nowhere else. We are here. We are Americans. We got our problems. Yes, the system is broke. What I feel has happened is that they've disenfranchised the vote on so many levels, mentally, emotionally, socially. They've made us say, I don't want to take advantage of this opportunity. And when they do that, and the Q, and I believe Key said it too, your vote does count as a sort of census, right? They see where the public mind is going based off a vote, as well as it's supposed to pick the people that you want. Well, let's take Detroit, our home. We have the lowest voter turnout in every single election. So is anybody surprised that the money was able to come in here and take over? No. Because we showed as a populace, as a public, as a community, that we totally lost faith and we not going to participate in that. So they see that. They counted that. When you don't vote, it counts just as much as a vote or does not count. So even though the system is broken, yes, we have a lot of corrupt politicians. Yes, it's pre-rigged in some cases. We cannot let go, in my opinion, of the one thing that this country anchors on.
Well,
go ahead. No.
I mean, this is what I tell people, and back to what your point you just said, Red. I do believe, like, people take so much energy into the presidential vote and all this and that, and don't take as much into local politics. Local politics affect your life more than federal politics do.
All day.
So if you do, I do tell you focus on local politics because that's what's going to affect your everyday life. Now, as far as the system, I do think the system is rigged, but my main issue is we as a people, the people we put in that position to run for the office, instead of we always just automatically thinking, okay, we should push this Democrat. Do your research on this independent. Do your research
on their background.
This black man who's putting up issues that's for you, for your color and your people, to put him in office to run. And that's what we don't do. So now when you get the average rigmarole of this certain Democrat and this certain Republican, you get the bullshit. Because all of them go feed, oh, well, I'm going to do this for you and we're going to do that for you. And when it comes to it, they don't.
So let me ask you this then and shit. You know, I know, Reg, you said that the system is broke. I don't believe that the system is actually broke. I believe that it's working just exactly in shit the way they planned.
The system is corrupt. It was corrupted.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you, when Reagan brought big business into politics, which it opened and created room and space for lobbyists and companies and idealists to come in with big dollars and affect politics, that broke the system because it's tainted now. And by us, and I feel this, by us, the people, getting into, like you said, Dre, we don't do the research. A lot of times we follow what we were taught. You can't do that. So by us getting into that, by us not taking this approach of, hey, this going to count one way or another, they took advantage of that. Because what does business do? It strategizes.
Right.
It figures out the best move to make to suit their benefit. So politics is the same thing. I come in, I lobby these senators, I lobby these councilmen, I lobby this, I lobby that. I put money behind them, they gonna win. The people get discouraged, I get my way. And that's where it is broke. It's broke because we, as people, I take a little credit because I'm the people, we allowed it. And two, big business and money took advantage of what we allowed.
Right.
And to what he's saying, I'll be honest with you, he's absolutely correct. The problem is with politics, they count on you not voting.
Say it again.
They count on you not voting because W.E.B. Du Bois wrote a book, Souls of Black Folks, said, how does it feel to be part of the problem? That was our, the thumbnail that they hit, or the tail on the back of the donkey, they hit it right there. How does it feel to be part of the problem? Because everything that we complain about, we don't do. I'm willing to bet it's 6 of us in here. 5 out of the 6 never been to the Capitol to protest or to agree or to look at a bill or to go in on looking at forming the bill. The reason why the Chinese people did it, because they came together as a unit and they said, hey, listen, listen, Bank of America, if you don't get behind us, we withdrawing all of our money. Chase, if you don't come with us, we withdrawing all of our money.
But that's the stronghold on far as corporation wise.
No, that's just the power of money. Because if Chase Bank go to the Capitol or go to the government and say, hey, listen, we back them. The problem is black people. If you ask a black person, hey man, who you bank with? Shit, I'm gonna bank them.
But see,
I'm being honest with you,
based off your point, Doc, they don't. Okay, even with that statement about the Asian community went to the banks and this and that and they got together. It's been people of that has black people that's putting groups together to fight for. Hold on, that to fight for our the rights that we should have as well.
Our economic rights.
Right. So our economic rights, and not only that, our rights for our civil rights.
Yeah. But what's in our hand?
But what about our
fight?
Okay, but
human rights?
Listen, but I'm about to explain to you what's in our hand is a lot of things. If you check within the Nation of Islam, Master Farrakhan has came with stuff, literature to present to the United States government for us. Not only him, it's been other people within the nation. It's been other people that's did it over years, back since the civil rights movement.
Yeah, they came with literature. I don't mean to cut nobody.
Oh, no, go ahead.
They came with literature, right? But you have to remember three things. The Nation of Islam don't participate in nothing that's dealing with government. They don't get no government funding, and they don't have no banks or no educational system that backs them. So Minister Farrakhan, that's why he did the Million Man March, to show, hey, y'all, it's more than me who believe in what I believe in.
Exactly.
So once he showed people, when it was literally over 1 million men at the place, we let the news say it was only 300,000.
Oh no, we knew it was over.
So now, look, this is just my position / question.
Mm-hmm.
If we know that the system is corrupt, why even still participate in it? And why not withdraw and actually build your own?
No, you
understand what I'm saying?
You're saying the right thing, but
Far as-
no one is building. We're just talking. We're just discussing. You have to fight like with the gay community, right? They went to the government. They go to our state capitol. They come up with their lawyers. Their lawyers say, "Hey, this is what we can do right now." Who's your state representative?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So look, you bypass what I'm saying. What I'm saying is fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know that the system is not for us. So why even participate in something that is never going to be set up and shit for you? So what I'm saying is, and shit, at the end of the day, you do have sovereign citizenship. As far as, you know what I'm saying, with people actually having their own land and stuff like that within, say, this country, right? So let's be real. Like, there's so many treaties, right, that majority of us are not, say, from quote unquote Africa. All of us genetically we are, but culturally or whatever, we was already here. So just for the simple fact that when people say that, hey, this system and shit, you know what I'm saying, is broke, this and that, no, it's working just fine against your black ass. You see what I'm saying? Because we was never part of that system as far as on equality and any of that shit.
So cute.
So what I'm saying is, and shit, at the end of the day, when is enough to where people will start actually pulling away from a system that's corrupt? Because once you keep on putting your energy and your money into that system, now you are fucking now you a participant in a corrupt ass system.
But
that's why a lot of people don't like you, like going to other countries and shit like that.
That's why I said, how does it feel to be part of the problem?
Yeah.
Because listen, everybody in here got driver's license. Everyone in here go to the gas station. Every one of us support other communities. Every last one of us got some shit on that we don't own. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, that goes back to what I said. That the issue we don't depend on what we being fed instead of feeding each other.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, we base our stuff off of what society push on us instead of feeding off of each other and what we give.
Totally agree with my whole thing.
I want to say this.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to really you got to break it down to the most basic level. I ain't never played a game that was designed by nobody else and beat the game by not playing by the rules and parameters of the game.
True.
We have refused by us not participating in the vote. That's just one example of how we have refused to adapt and play by the rules of the game in order to change the game. Just like I asked a buddy of mine the other day. He complained about not being rich. I say, how much money do you think you've made in a lifetime? He couldn't give me a number, but I broke it down for him. You're almost 50. You've worked. You've done your entertainment. You've done all this. I guarantee you've had $1 million in your hand, whether you paid it in bills, paid it in child support. In your lifetime at 50, you've had $1 million. Now, out of that $1 million, how many candidates have you went and raised on your own? See,
Zero.
The people that's playing the game and steadily in control do shit like raise candidates.
Mm-hmm.
They put money
I
into
agree
them.
with that. I
They
agree.
push them. They back them.
Yeah,
they
I agree
go
with that,
find the
but-
person that's going to fit the agenda they want.
Our
We
mindset,
haven't done that.
I agree with you, Red, but our mindset, that's the problem. Because even you say about not voting, I'll give you 2 examples where we turned out for votes and it still ain't did shit for us. One was Barack Obama. Barack ain't do shit for black people.
Nothing.
And black people turned out to vote for him.
But he didn't supposed to do nothing for black people.
Hold on. Why wasn't he?
Because just because once you realize the role and the duties of a president, this is what I'm saying. We don't know the
Corrupt system.
Listen, but I
He's the
do
head of
know
a
the
corrupt
rules.
system.
Listen,
So
if you can do shit for every other group or every other race, why you can't do?
Right.
If you could do something for the LGBT community,
And he did.
Afghanistan,
which he did. He did more
want
for
to
that.
cut off the likelihood of the next black president.
Because this
But
is a
listen,
corporation.
going back to my point, that was one example. He didn't do shit for us. The next one was just now. Black people wanted Trump out of there so fucking bad, they turned out to vote for Biden.
And what has he done
What
to this
Biden?
day?
Now, if anything,
Nothing.
he didn't switch shit up
What
and
have-
fucked us up worse.
What have any president ever done for
That's
black
my
people?
That's
point.
That's what.
So,
yeah.
so
That's
listen,
my point.
but my point to you is this: right now, and y'all two, y'all on the same page, right?
Right.
Can y'all tell me what the black agenda is? And here's the
from
point.
Who? From Black Agenda from who?
From the black people who represent black people.
But what you mean? Yeah, I can tell you the Black Agenda.
What's the black agenda?
The Black Agenda is to braise us up from what the bullshit we going through.
Okay. See, that's the whole thing. When the LGBT community went in it, they had an agenda. They said,
Economic
"This is what we
empowerment.
need.
Yes.
This is what we
Economic
want."
empowerment.
There you go. So, but guess what? That's not the agenda of the people who represent you in our state.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's the
That goes back on
problem.
what I'm saying.
No,
is you have
I'm-
a lot of black people that
I'm
have
agreeing.
European motherfucking goddamn
So
But
that
I'm
goes
agreeing
back
with-
to
when
the
it comes to
problem
this
of what we saying.
system.
Why are you not running for office?
Well, because I got a felony. I can't run for office.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you
Yeah, you-
can.
What
Stop. That's what I'm
office
saying.
can I run for?
Listen, you can't run for
know.
president, but you go out. You could be a state representative.
No, you
could
can't.
be a Wayne County commissioner.
No, you can't.
Okay. How much you
Hey,
want to
look,
bet?
we gonna
Yeah.
continue. We gonna have to
Right.
continue this and
We
shit
got to
today.
be
Hey,
a
look.
segment B
Look,
to this
yeah.
one. That's why they say don't discuss politics and religion with your friends and family.
Yes, because I love all of y'all.
Yeah, so just to wrap up this segment right here, as far as the main topic, do what you feel, at the end of the day, that's going to be beneficial for you and your family. If you go out and vote, that's fine. If you don't
Right.
want to go out and vote and participate, that's fine too. As long as you know that you do have a fucking choice. And as long as you have a fucking choice, that's your say so. So just live with whatever and shit, you come up with. You
Do
know
what's
what I'm
best
saying?
for y'all.
Do what's best for y'all,
And
all
Q,
right?
I want to leave it with this. For everybody that went and voted today, please, whatever platform you watching, put it in the comments. Don't have shame for voting.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
And don't have shame for not voting. That's matter of fact,
Right.
every viewer that we see that comes on this live and watches the replay, put in the comments.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
express-
vote in your
express how you
local-
feel.
Yeah, we want
and call
that.
in too, 248-690-5996.
And like, share, and subscribe, all right?
And
now-
always
Hey, look.
remember.
We're gonna do the shot of the day. Oh,
You ready? Well, let me say this right quick,
Okay.
because I want people to understand. With straight shooting, it's not about taking sides. We don't have to agree
Right.
to have a great discussion.
absolutely.
We not here to change your mind. We not here to judge you. We here to open up the discussion.
There you go.
Because every way of life ain't meant for everybody.
Absolutely.
But don't mean we can't listen and learn from each other.
And just on that topic, what Red just said, when you do disagree, because everybody's not gonna agree the same, do it with class, and that's
Yes.
something Key's gonna touch on in a minute. But
Absolutely.
just do it with class. You can disagree with somebody without degrading them and
Belittling
belittling them and
Or getting upset.
getting angry to a certain extent because they don't agree with your point of view.
Absolutely.
All right.
So
That's the true
right.
way to
Shot.
solve them problems. What we doing the show? Hold on.
Doing shot of the day.
Wait
Get
a
your shot
minute.
up, man. What
Well,
you
I've
doing over
been
there,
kind
man?
of over here sipping on my shot.
Yeah, come on,
So,
man.
Let me
y'all,
pull
the
me
audience
another
is
one.
listening. We
Right,
are doing
right.
shot of the day.
Get y'all glasses up,
Shot
man.
of the
Shot
day
glasses
is brought
up.
to
You
you
know
by
what I'm saying?
Sanford Janitorial
There
and
we
Cleaning.
All
And
right.
here we go.
All right, bro.
Sanford
All right.
Janitorial.
All right.
We gotta get a toast,
Oh,
Red.
yeah, come on, Red.
I'm
What
sorry.
you doing? Yeah,
The
there you go.
alcoholic in me, my
All
bad.
right.
Hey, y'all got to start taking drinks with us at home too.
You know what I'm
Actually.
saying? A
Y'all
shot
gotta
of
do a shot
water.
every day.
Hey, look, shot of
Something.
apple juice or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I got a little something crazy and out there. A couple years ago, I did the 5th challenge to raise money for a local group that rides around and feeds the homeless and clothes. It's called the 5th challenge, and I took so many dollars per shot. Now it's exactly 14 shots in a 5th.
Damn.
4 of us here, 5. We could knock a 5th out in the time of this show, and the people donate, and we pick somebody that's going out and helping the homeless.
And that's what's up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's up.
We gonna set that up for y'all.
All right,
It's coming down
yeah,
the
We
line.
gonna get that good for y'all. That's a good idea,
Yeah.
right?
That's a good
All
idea.
right.
Yep.
Well, go ahead, Dr. Ruckus. We going to Keys, man. We about to-
Absolutely.
we going into the Keys, man. She got the keys for
Keys
the streets.
to the
You know what I'm
streets.
saying? What you got? All right. Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm.
What's up? This your girl Keys giving you the keys to the street.
That's funny.
Why do the voice sound so deep?
Because he
what
got to
you
speak.
doing?
Yeah.
Right.
He got it.
you
He got it
slowed
chopped
down.
up and screwed and shit. That's
Think
all.
he in
Y'all, my
Texas.
voice is
Hey,
not
look,
that deep.
he got it chopped up and screwed. Right.
Hey, I don't know,
Texas
Keys.
mom.
What up, Keys?
That Mexico and shit. They might have fucked your vocal cord while you was over there. Ain't know that shit.
What's up, y'all? This your girl Keys from the streets, and my topic in my segment for today: bitch ass niggas. Can we just start off by saying that, because that's what I feel like y'all are. But on the lighter note,
Uh-oh.
every time there is a topic of discussion that is posted from a woman, particularly myself, we have a lot of men with dresses on that claim that they are men that like to go back and forth with women in a very hostile, bitch-made, tender dick way. And I would just like to touch on that. Listen, man. Listen, fellas. First of all, let's just understand this. Real men do not argue with women. Real men take care of women. Real men lead. They don't argue like two gossiping ass bitches in a fucking hair salon with a woman. You just don't do that. If you have a difference of opinion and you don't agree with what another woman is saying, you don't get on social media and behave like a fucking shenane fucking hag. What you do is either you state your opinion or you just simply keep it moving. But any man that is willing to go back and forth with a woman and willing to belittle her over a difference of opinion, like I said in my last post, you give me childbearing hip vibes. You give me like you wear heels and lipstick vibes, tampon vibes, like wear a pair of legging vibes. Like you just remind me of a bitch that I'm getting into it with. Like it's very, very tender dickish to be that upset to where you are literally behaving like a whole woman because you don't agree with what another woman is saying. A lot of times with those men, when they get so upset like that, I just personally believe they have, like I said, bitch-made behavior, and B, it comes from some type of insecurity that they have within. They finally got some type of platform. Because, see, in real life, they not going to check that nigga. They not going to check that woman. They probably scared to speak to that same very woman that they talking shit about or talking shit to on social media. But in real life, they're scared to speak to her because they're so insecure within their fat ass selves. So, so they know that that woman is not going to give them the time of the day. So on social media, they try to belittle them and cuss them out in a very negative way because deep down inside, it's a defense mechanism because of their own insecurity. That's what I think is partially going on. But I just like to say for myself, any man that sits there and argue with a woman, you are bitch made. I just want to let y'all know that.
And you got a tender dick. Hashtag.
Ladies, she just gave y'all a new phrase for all these dudes out here. Tender dickies.
Hey, look,
Tender dicks.
that shit remind me of shit of what I call and shit a Ralph Transmit motherfucker and shit. A nigga with sensitivity and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You old tender dick
Oh,
motherfucker.
tender
Yeah,
dick
them type
ass
of niggas
nigga.
fight
That
bitches for
is-
sure.
Fellas,
That is
I'm
hilarious.
sorry, because if ladies out here listening to that and y'all get into it, y'all got a new
Just
word.
shut the fuck
Just
up.
blame
Gotta
Keys
do
for
it.
it.
Or you gonna be
When
tender
your
dick.
old lady like, shut your punk ass up, you tender dick ass nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't let him hit. Hey,
Came
look,
from Keys.
hey, look, don't
You
let
better
him
trademark
Don't
that
let him
shit.
hit you with the TD, nigga. And football season ain't even motherfucking in no more.
Nah,
Or ladies, the next time y'all hear a nigga arguing and behaving like a female, take a tampon out and throw it at him. Ask him, are you on your period? What the fuck
you
is
really
that?
trying to start some
I mean, 'cause that's what it is.
Right. She might have
PMS.
fights at home, all type of shit.
That's gonna piss him off.
Tampon?
Throw a tampon at that nigga. Ask him if he on his period.
And just to touch on what you just said though, Keys, I don't see. I'm a nigga that I don't like argue.
Right.
But it's times me and my wife argue. I'm not gonna even lie to you because sometimes
That's different. You and your wife.
right. I mean,
She be wrong.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
say, I got your back, she be wrong.
Yeah, a lot of times niggas just need to shut up and let the wife be right. But sometimes our pride, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Especially if I know you wrong, I ain't about to just shut the fuck up. But
4 times a year. You get to argue back. 4 times a year.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
That's my motto from now. 4
Right.
times a year, I'm just gonna throw the 4 up every time we argue.
Right. You say
But-
first quarter, second quarter.
But my
third
thing
quarter,
is
fourth.
where you dudes, you can't argue with somebody for their opinion, especially a woman.
Right.
If that's the way she feel, it's cool to come in and just disagree. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, I don't agree. State your statement of why you don't agree.
And leave it
This
alone.
that,
And leave
let
it
be,
alone.
you know?
But
leave
when
it
you
alone.
get to going on there, because I think what the topic was when I was saying that why do men feel like, if they purchase a woman a flight that they invited her on, that automatically equates to that woman giving them some pussy in return just because you bought some little cheap ass little $200 coronavirus flight? Because y'all know these flights are very cheap. You can pretty much travel anywhere throughout the United States under $200
You
now.
just got her.
So if you invite somebody on a fucking trip, and why you expecting a woman to give you ass in return, I don't know. But that was my topic. I pretty much wanted to hear what people had to say if they agreed with me. It was so many men, tender dicks, that jumped on there like, bitch, and I'm like, wait a minute, where is this anger coming from? This is just a topic. What's
You
going
just
on?
gave me an idea. I'm going to start a whole new website called TinderDick.com. And that way...
Have a picture with a nigga with a dress on.
And that
wig,
was
Your
and
profile on
tampons.
Tinder dick.
TinderDick.com.
Hey, you be out there and shit with the Victoria Dick secrets and shit.
Say if you're a man working with sensitivity, call this site.
playing Ralph Tresvant and shit on the fucking. As soon as you click on the website.
Tender dick, you're so tender.
Customer support. Hello, welcome to TinderDick. How may we help you?
Commercials and shit like, if you have a little dick and it's small and very tender, please give us a call.
Listen.
But I want to say this too, though. What you speaking of kind of goes to the generation that we dealing with. I guarantee you a lot of them is definitely under 40.
Yeah.
Ain't had a lot of upbringing in the house with a man. Done lived a certain lifestyle and don't understand.
And fucked up hairlines.
I'm not going to talk about hairline. Somebody might attack mine. But
I'm bald-headed over here. I'm bald-headed over here. You know what I mean?
real talk, I ain't bald. I got the Eddie Munster going
So
on.
you got the Count Dracula and shit.
Hey.
I want to bite your blind.
But this is a generation where dudes don't break up fights. They girlfriend having a
Then
women.
they record and they be hype.
They record it and they jump in
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
fight
that's
the
some bullshit.
other girl.
That's some
bullshit.
Look here, your girl wouldn't get her ass whooped if you just break it up as a man in the beginning.
Right.
There's no need to stand it. You're a whole man. You watching 2 ladies go at it, and you standing there, and then as soon as your old lady get whooped on, you go jump on this other girl like that's a whole dude. That's
These ain't no whole men out here no more.
That's my point.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
And the problem
there.
is there's a lot of role reversal happening in this generation.
Yes.
Because the dudes are acting like women and women acting like
Like
dudes.
dudes, yeah.
And that's a problem because like you can't do women tendencies and expect a woman to really respect you on
Right.
that level. But at the same time, you can't want a man to lead and this and that, and then you want to wear the
The
pants
man
right
role,
along with
yes.
you.
But I will say
That's
this,
why
though.
my boxers draws.
Well, women
I need some clean draws.
But women that end up playing that dominant role is because I feel like if a woman is playing a dominant role or she playing that manly role, it's 9 times out of 10 her nigga already acting like a bitch.
But that might be
she's
from a
forced to
past
play
nigga
that
though
role.
too. So the new nigga might not be like that though.
So
That's a whole nother topic.
Ain't no real nigga gonna let
that's
no
a whole-
woman play
yeah.
no dominant role.
You right though. That's true. That's true. But that don't
that's
stop
not
women
true.
to
Because
try.
in the bed,
They don't
you
stop
can
them.
dominate.
No,
You know what I'm
this
saying?
will be
See, that's the whole little
continued. Because that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
So you
topic for
tender
that.
dick motherfucker.
So we gonna look, we gonna end the
Right.
segment and shit. Just plain and simple is, don't be out here tender dicking.
Stop tender
and shit.
dicking, y'all.
Stop tender dicking.
You know what I'm
Stop
saying?
being so angry towards
You know,
these women that y'all
about
never
to put
have
a
a chance
picture
with.
on
Check
the
your emotions
website
and
that's
shit,
got
you
a
know what
tender
I'm saying?
dick with a circle crossed out.
Hey, Keith, I'm just going to say this. You thought
Tinderdick.com.
your DM was blowing up before. Huh, wait till the hate man.
They be like, hey, I'm not a tender.
You plastic bitch. Them niggas be going in on me.
Right.
They
So we
do.
about to
They
see
be
what the
going
fuck
in.
Red was doing while he was gone. And
Yeah,
see
man.
what
How was your
what
trip and
happening
shit?
on
In
Red's
the
Rants.
ATL,
Oh man, let me first of all let me tell you something. You know, we talked about politics. We talked about I forgot.
It might be right, it might be wrong, but it ain't done until Red's rant goes on.
Even though I ain't about to rant right this second, but we rolling with it.
We gonna roll with it.
But no, ATL was great. I'm gonna tell you something. I've been doing comedy for 23 years. I should have took this trip a long time ago, but I don't regret it. I had a ball. I did a bunch of mics, but most importantly, microphones, don't microphones.
You said speaking to the microphone.
A bunch of mics.
Oh,
in
you just
Atlanta.
set yourself up, Red.
You know what, Q? Don't start no shit.
Oh shit! We see we gonna be subscribing to Tender Dickin'. Tender Dickin' with the microphone.
Let me rephrase
Oh
that.
shit!
I did a bunch of stages. How about that? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yes, that is sad. But no, I did. I went to Atlanta first time. I did a market and run down there for comedy. I did 14 stages, 14 days. I met a lot of great people. I also had a couple of eye-waking moments because the further south you go, and we live in the north. We live in pretty progressive, forward-moving states, even from back in the time of slavery. And going down south, you know, this trip was more of not only for my career, but a personal achievement. You know, I wanted to go. I wanted to do this market. And I learned a lot. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of hurt from the South because of what this country has dealt with in racism and slavery. So I got a taste of that. But I also met a bunch of great folks. I got to do a bunch of great stages, met new talent, old talent. It was overall great. But what impressed me the most was the black prosperity. I'm talking about I did clubs that were so nice and elegant and laid and would compete with any LA or New York club, black owned. Went in the stores, black owned. Went in the restaurants, black owned. The South, a lot of Northerners, and that's what I got to call us because that's what we are.
Right.
A lot of Northerners don't realize that there's black prosperity in this country.
Yeah.
And
In
that
certain
was
areas it is.
Yes, and that was, and I hate to say a lot of it's down south
It is.
because they've been fighting the struggle so long,
Right.
and they learned in the essence, in a way, how to overcome it. They cut their own path. It's an understanding, and the whole Atlanta trip was great. I'm talking
glad
about.
you enjoyed
I
that.
got robbed in Buckhead with no pistol.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, they got me with a pen and a fucking receipt.
Damn.
$200 bill on a couple double shots and some meals. So the T.I. and all the housewives, would y'all please move the fuck out of Buckhead so I go do the comedy? I'm an upcoming player. Y'all got the money. But a lot of great areas, the traffic sucks ass.
It does.
Oh
It
yeah,
does,
that
'cause
loop.
it's like they only got that one
yeah, that
freeway,
loop.
like the
Oh,
main
yeah.
freeway. That's
I
it.
will never. I could do a 96, 94 backup now like it's nothing. They've cured me of my road rage. The speed limit down there is a fucking suggestion. It's not even a limit. I mean, they be, and the funny part, they treat rain like we treat snow.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because and then I understand why now. Is it you ever heard a quarter inch of snow in Atlanta shuts the city down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand why now, because it ain't a straight street in that bitch.
Yeah, it's
They
a lot of
all
hills.
hills.
Yeah, it's a lot of
You're
hills.
going up a hill, down a hill, around a curve. But it was great. It was just great. That what I saw in Atlanta made me come home and say, this is what we should have been.
Yeah.
This is what we should be. This is what we supposed to be.
And at one point, we was close.
We was.
Very
we were.
At one point, we was.
Well, don't be confused.
Black Bottom,
No.
Paradise Island.
No.
Detroit still have more businesses than Atlanta.
Yeah.
They do.
That is true. that is true.
No, Doc,
No,
I'm going to have to say.
No, because you're talking about so you understand
Well,
how they
le-
system went. It took 8 cities to equal Atlanta. So you talking about Buckhead, you talking about all those other cities.
But understand, I feel where you coming from, Doc, and I know what area you're talking about. What I just saw, one of they series, Marietta. I'm gonna use that as an example.
We got family.
Marietta. But see, a lot of us don't really understand, and I talked to some Atlanteans, and what they explained to me was,
lot of family.
is you're correct, Doc. These smaller cities came together. What's happening here is we don't have enough influence to make those metro surrounding Detroit areas really mesh like they do. They got a train that runs from downtown Atlanta out to the suburbs. Both ways.
And
we
that's the problem
supposed to
with
have
the
that.
mass
But
transit.
I think what Doc is saying is, to be honest with you, I believe in shit that a lot of our businesses though is just so spread out, and it's not
But
like
I know
even
exactly, yeah.
just look at the setup.
I
Just look
didn't-
at the setup and shit, far as like the
I didn't
casinos.
go.
You know what I'm
Let
saying?
me tell you this: it's nowhere I traveled in Atlanta took me less than 40
Yeah.
minutes
Yeah.
one way to get there.
Yeah, 'cause everything
you can
is-
cover the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
city of Detroit in 30
Detroit
minutes.
is like L.A. Like,
Yeah.
everything
Speak on it, Doc.
is spread.
Well, here's the thing, so you understand. They had over $9 billion dumped into their city to become a metropolis. That's number one. So just imagine that. Imagine that traffic when they was only had 2 lanes on 75. Now they got 6. So I'm just gonna show you how they grew. Marietta. So all these cities
Savannah.
around,
Savannah.
Yeah,
all
I mean, all
that,
these
yeah.
cities surround them. We made the metropolis. Now they just now became Buckhead, and all them started getting they separate own mayor and all that stuff because they had to become a metropolis. So hear this out real quick.
Totally hear you. Go ahead.
Really. So you can understand this. Atlanta, when you look at Atlanta, it's not even a city. Atlanta is no bigger than the west side of Detroit.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Atlanta
area
itself.
has it.
I'm talking about Atlanta,
No doubt.
not the metropolis of
Totally
Atlanta.
agree.
Now, if you take the metropolis or the metro area of Detroit, it kicks Atlanta in its ass. Period.
Actually, it doesn't from the aspect we talking about.
Or what?
Because Metro Detroit's black prosperity does not, and I can tell you this without an uncertain doubt or
Sound crazy as
fact,
hell.
it does not equal
Sound crazy as hell.
what Metropolis in Atlanta does
Okay, I'm
in
gonna
black
ask you.
ownership.
I'm gonna ask you one thing. No, that's not true. There's no 1 mile area. There's no 1 mile area of black businesses in Atlanta. Not one.
I have to disagree.
I'm telling you, I lived there.
I feel what
You
you're saying.
was there for 14 days. I was there for 14 months.
Okay.
I'm-
I just left there. When was you there in 14 months?
Listen. How about this?
I was just there too. I had to agree with what you're saying.
Listen. How about this?
They definitely
Li-
more
listen.
business. We still have way more business.
And
Ours
there's
is spread more out.
we have 6 to 8 in the city of Detroit gated communities or places where big money is at. 6 to 8. Atlanta has 2.
I'm gonna have to tell you.
Black-
I was
black-
just
Not to
there.
mention, a lot of
Black
Detroiters
businesses.
took their business and went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hairstylists, fashionists, all that shit.
And why do
They
you
started off
think
here.
that is?
Because
the
see-
areas of prosperity
They could be
have
a
been.
Listen, I know.
And I'm
Listen,
gonna point this
see,
out.
I see what you're trying to say, Red. But the thing is, to me, I understand exactly what you're saying because I think Detroit do have more black businesses, but is more support for black businesses in Atlanta. They network better than what. Yes,
they long running.
They
become
they support and they build more than what we do here.
And
they've been tax free for 20 years.
Tax free? That's not true.
Yes, it was.
Because you pay taxes on every single purchase,
you do,
whether it's food,
businesses.
Because when it came to the Olympics, they did a 35 year.
So what's going on here? We done had Super Bowl.
We have no tax deductions.
We done had. We do you know that we pay for the police force for the games? Mm-hmm. Whether it's the Lions, the Tigers. No. Atlanta says, you come in here and do business, you pay us. Mm-hmm. They demanded the respect. They made a metropolis.
That, though.
And the businesses is flourishing, way more supported. I'm just sorry. It's more black prosperity
I do say,
in a Republican state.
I do say...
They're not a Republican state no more.
I do say it's starting to change in Detroit because I do see now where like you got the Avenue of Fashion. I think it's starting to change in Detroit. I think it's starting to build towards something like Atlanta is, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
COVID happened.
It's because
Gilbert owns downtown. They moved us into a section. I'm just gonna say that.
But no, I mean that's a start. But I think also if us as blacks here with businesses here, I think more consciously, like you just said, Keys, COVID, it opened up people's minds to open up more black businesses here. And I think you starting to get more black people opening more businesses and you getting more support than what you was in previous years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I look now and I see where, like, for whatever reason, I notice in the entertainment industry and everything, everybody talking about Detroit. Mm-hmm. If you look and listen to the hip hop industry, they all talk about Detroit now.
We definitely on the map.
And it's now, I think I give you probably the next 5 years, you're gonna see something that's similar to Atlanta in a boom in black businesses and black people.
I agree only if we get out, vote, and put the powers that we want in place.
You're right, I agree.
Because the police force is majority black. I was at an event downtown Atlanta next to the Hyatt pop-up shop. Weed's not even legal there, but they let them flow. Police didn't mess with them. Black owned. It's a whole different thing. Mm-hmm. The times is changing. That's a Republican state, and they working with a lot more tax dollars, and they mayors and they governor is not giving away our money.
So, Red, but one thing for sure you have to look at, they did what Comey Young did. If you don't live in Atlanta, you can't work for Atlanta police force or the fire department. All I'm trying to say is you got a taste of it. Go there and live, and you will see a total different feel. I promise you. As a tourist or a person who just going to look at the lifestyle, you do get caught up. I did, but when I lived there, I was like, oh no, they don't even like black people at the end of the day. You better not be in Buckingham coming around that 20 West. Listen, you can't go around, you can't be around that 20 West and you get pulled over on that freeway. It's a whole different story. But when the state Georgia boys pull you over, how many of them are black? Yeah. So I'm just trying to say, like,
they still hanging niggas in Georgia. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
They still got a whole lot of racism going on down there.
Let me tell you something.
You safe. You safe.
No, I'm not safe.
All
and that's what's going on.
Outside skirts and, hey, nigger, what you doing here?
To this day.
We gonna, that's going to be a whole other little subject. Because I'm going to tell y'all, like, so, like, a lot of people and stuff still got this misconception about, say, the South and the North or whatever. And that's going to be a whole nother, like, another little subject or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go into Ray's rant real quick.
Ray's rant, you mean?
Ray's rant.
Ray, now you Ray and shit?
Ray, right, well, Ray. I said Ray's right. Red's rant. Shit. Let's go.
Wait on that. I just want to let y'all know, Michi Loke will be our guest next week. We will have them on. Our guest this week, I think something happened, but we'll figure that out. But next week, I'm a little buzzed now. We got I'll be on.
Hey, Hey, we want to go ahead and give a shout out to everybody that was watching, that commented, that tuned in. Hey, we want to give y'all much love, appreciation, and gratitude and support. You know what I'm saying, for the channel. We just trying to grow it. We want y'all to help us grow it. You know, this is our channel, but it's also y'all channel. You know what I'm saying? So make sure. No.
He done?
I thought I was supposed to do my rant next.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
His rant goes on.
So let me say this right quick. We just had a segment. We getting it together.
Right.
We going in overtime. We're about to win the game,
So
y'all.
listen, no matter what the views and opinion are, first let me say that if you notice, today's show was wrapped around a little bit of politics, a little bit of social etiquette, a little bit about where I've been and seen some different stuff. We all got different opinions. But in the end of it all, if it's not about black prosperity, black Americans prospering, black Americans moving forward, it's a negative to the cause in total. You got to leave your box. You got to leave your zone. You got to see how everybody else is living, because your life is not the same as other people's lives throughout this great nation. You may like it. You may hate it. You may not agree with it. But the one thing about it is, no matter what color you are an American. You ain't got nowhere else to go. So start taking a little faith, confidence, research, knowledge, and time to learn where you're from and make where you're from the place you want to be.
Absolutely.
And that's just the real of it all. No matter how we disagree, no matter how we agree, the one thing about it, I want to hear your opinion. And whether I agree with it or not, I'm going to follow the first rule. I'm going to defend your right to give it, which makes us, I'm a little buzzed, the greatest country, what makes us the greatest country on the planet. The fact that we can debate, kick it, give each other opinions and ideals. What I saw this last 2 weeks in Atlanta, to me, was inspiring. I want to come home. I want to make our place look just as great as that place. I want every place in this country to be just as great for every walk of life. Rich, poor, white, black, green, orange, or purple. Just know this. You got to participate in the system you live in, or you just somebody living in the system. And that's just real. Love y'all to death. We straight shooters.
And this is another episode of the Straight Shooting
Podcast.
Podcast.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Let's get them shout out.
We gotta go ahead and run it down real quick.
Out. Okay, so I do want to give a shout out to my boy Neil and his wife Alicia. They asked me to give him a shout out today, and I told them I would.
What up, though?
Shout out to my girl T.
What up, though, Nurse T?
What up, though?
You already knew.
Oh, she a nurse.
Yeah, she a nurse. That's
Don't
my boo
need
right
no
there.
health coverage.
She nurse on.
He said, "What's she a nurse on?"
Shout out to my kids. Shout out to Caleb and Dylan and the twins. And shout out to all my loved ones that's watching this.
Anybody else got any more shout outs?
Shit.
I like to shout out.
Hey, look, I want to give. Hey, look, fuck all that, man. Look, I'm about to give a shout out and shit to my motherfucking brother and shit up in this bitch.
Period.
What up, though? Shit. Hey, Chino up in this motherfucker. I want to give a shout out to my brother Dre and shit to my motherfucking left.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my co-host and shit, Keys over here. You know what I'm saying? And of course and shit. Dr. Ruckus.
I'm not Ruckus. I like Parker.
The engineer. Where you want to be.
And comedian Red.
Detroit Red.
Detroit Red up in this boy. You know what I'm saying?
For your ass.
And a shout out to
You have
all the
anything to say to
podcasting.
Frank?
And I want to give one more time and shit a shout out to all the podcastic motherfucking family up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And I just want to close. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, T. You ain't saying nothing all night.
I just want to give a shout out to the world for the people that know us and the people that's going to.
Say that one more time.
I want to give a shout out to the world, to the people that know us and the people that's going to go ahead and get to know us.
Period.
You know what I
Most
mean? So, hey, that's the most important thing.
I want to close with saying shout out to my family, whoever listening, friends, everybody on Facebook, Instagram, everybody that's supporting us, that will support us in the future,
Mariah.
and that's continuing to stick with us
shout.
through this role. And as we say always, this is the fifth episode.
Y'all been rocking with us.
Podcast.
Hey,
Y'all
my
been rocking
baby.
with us.
Hey,
Thank you,
Mariah.
everybody that's been rocking with us.
And we are out.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Deuces.
They cannot. Watch Atlanta collapse in 2 years. Listen, no more than 2. Listen, no more than 2025. Watch what happens.
It's not gonna happen, bro. I was just down there.
Yeah, you was just down there. I've been down there.
I
lived down there.
They flourished. When did you
We flourished.
How?
Nigga,
Downtown.
Hold on, wait a minute. And who downtown Atlanta? Who downtown Atlanta owned by?
Black folks.
No, they don't.
Bro, I just went and did a club.
I get it, but they don't own it. Hilton, the Hilton family own that shit. I'm telling you, like, people don't understand. They make.
Understand that, first of all,
but not only
downtown is nothing in comparison to Atlanta.
You know why?
The hills on a portion. There's other black owners that they didn't run no black owner out of Cobo Hall when they changed the name. A vendor that's been there for fucking 40 years.
That's his dumb fault. He's still stuck in the place. Why he don't have his own building? This is what I'm talking about. We got to be responsible for our own shit. How you be someplace
they more responsible there than we are here.
You better own it. Listen, red. It's just like a nigga staying in your basement for 40 years. It's your fault.
We allow a mayor that's from Livonia and now lives in Wixom to come in here and run this fucking city.
Guess what? You know why?
Why?
But
all day.
But you know why?
You want me to tell you what actually got Duggan in when he saved the motherfucking DMC? Because our closest hospital
that
shit was going to be out there.
That didn't get it, because if you look at the DMC deal, he robbed the shit
Actually,
he did. But we wouldn't have no motherfucking
but
close
what
to the
happened?
hospital when
We
shit
as voters in Detroit didn't want to hear that. All we wanted to hear is he saved some shit that he really didn't, because we don't do the research and we don't take the fucking pride.
So can I ask you a question?
And safeguard our treasure.
So can
he gets a 30-year tax capture on that bullshitting tower, which means residential, business. We don't get none of that money.
You know why?
The 3 casinos made the worst fucking tax.
But you know why?
And fucking
Cal, you ain't gonna walk away on this, because you gotta hear this. You know why?
I'm just saying, I know my shit.
Wait, if you know your shit, you know who fucked all that up?
Us.
Dennis Archer.
No,
yes,
who let Dennis fuck it up?
Listen.
Who let Dennis fuck it up owning the riverfront property? Hold on. I know about Archer too, and I was living in St. Louis.
He was the main one.
Him and his family owned the riverfront property. They made them shitty ass casino deals because they was gonna make millions on the back end, selling out to the motherfuckers.
But guess what?
And they played his ass.
And guess what? That shit backfired.
They played him.
You know why? Because the city of Detroit downtown area is all fucked up. It need to be excavated. It's all contaminated. The riverfront of Detroit is contaminaminated. That's why they cannot build nothing on it. They cannot. It gotta be excavated. They're not.
I'm about to show you where you just contradicted your state.
You know who helped build Chicago?
You see what I'm saying?
No. Gilbert. Listen, Penske.
The same city doing here.
No. Because they was trying to tell Kwame the same thing. Let's get this bitch excavated. Because Archer already fucked up. We got the money.
Bro, Archer stopped running when he realized
he had a white woman pregnant.
Nah, fuck the white woman.
That's what happened.
No,